You're now tuned in to the Two Dudes, One Ball Fantasy Football Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another Two Dudes, One Ball Fantasy Football Podcast. It's Ryan Green. It's Michael Eck. You know what it is. What's going on, Mike? How you been, brother?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you know the drill. That's how it is. It's been good, man. I hope everything's well with you, man. I'm excited. Memorial Mock Week is still in progress. We do have a fantastic mock coming up for you guys today, right, man? I think I think it's gonna be fun again. We did standard last week. If you guys haven't watched that video, please go back into our last YouTube channel and watch that episode. We did a 12-man standard mock draft. It was a lot of fun. We got in detail of who we're picking in certain spots. It was a lot of fun. And Ryan, you want to shout out the socials? Let the people
yes, sir. As you can see right in front of you, it's Two Dudes One Ball FF on Instagram and Two Dudes One Ball on Twitter. Those are with the numbers, not spelled out, in case you don't already know. Thanks again for the support. You guys are awesome. I know it's mostly our friends right now, but it's fun that you guys are, tuning in and showing us some love on our videos.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Definitely it means a lot. That's how it starts off. We have to have a little bit of support from the friends, family. You guys let people know. And obviously, there are people that come in and stop by. If you are one of those people that don't really know us on a personal level and you stop by, just like the channel, it means a lot. Tell someone until we start to grow. We're going to probably have a TikTok account coming up shortly in the next few days to get the spread on there. We're trying to go viral. This is something we actually are passionate about. And, as you can tell, each episode we care a lot about this and care a lot about you guys and try to get you guys the best knowledge out there. What do we got in store today, Ryan?
I think we should slide right on into breaking balls.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do we got today? You want to start off?
Yeah, I'll start us off. So I'll let you handle the Julio business. I know you're big on that. So I'm going to start with the Todd Gurley meeting with the Lions. Everything that's been coming out this offseason has kind of been causing DeAndre Swift to slip on down.
Yep.
Slowly. Obviously, the hype of Jamal Williams being the A-back. And when they described what an A-back was, it pretty much said it was better all around than the B-back, which is Swift. So if Gurley comes in, we're going to be looking at another ugly situation where Swift is going to be solely reliant on pass catching. And, that's great. But when you're not getting all the early down work and the goal line work, obviously Gurley would take that away. Then it just hurts your ceiling.
Yeah, Gurley right now is not on a team. He looked good last year for the first 5 games, but it was touchdown reliant. And, the Lions, they bring him in, pair him with Jared Goff again. It just hurts Swift. And sucks. Tommy, if you're listening, Calvin Ridley's available if that happens. I will trade him. Keeper value. Moving on, we'll go to the Calvin Ridley's partner in crime. That's Julio Jones. Julio Jones, it came out, and we talked about last episode how the anticipation is he was going to get traded with the whole Shannon Sharp thing, but now the Falcons have said that you can expect a trade in the next week. Most likely we keep saying June 1st. It realistically should be that June 1st. He might be one of the first players moved in that June 1st deadline, just so they save more money than they would now. They are looking for a first-round pick. There are some teams I can think of, but based off past tendencies of teams, I don't think like the Patriots will move a first round pick for someone that old. I don't think the Ravens would. I don't think the Titans will. Teams like the Raiders and maybe the Niners would do that because they're Raiders, John Gruden's kind of reckless and he'll do anything. Niners, great defense, need a stud wide receiver and that probably can be another Super Bowl contending year for them, so they could do that, especially because they don't really need their first round pick. They have their quarterback for the future, their defense of the future, like they're pretty set in stone. So I think they could do that and get Julio. Cowboys, I think, would be reckless. I don't think they'll do that though.
They can't afford that. The Chargers are swirling around amongst the rumors of teams. So
yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah. All right. We'll have to wait and see. It's a ticking time bomb right now.
Yep. So next here we got Jeff Wilson's going to be missing 4 to 6 months. We tweeted about this on the socials. Yeah. This is just only good for, obviously not good for Jeff Wilson, but it's good for Trey Sermon. It's good for Mostert. I mean, Mostert's going to miss games, but you can get what you get out of him. And if he's, as electric as he looked the last couple of years, then you could have a little sleeper guy in those later rounds. But mostly it affects Trey Sermon and him getting his foot in the door a little sooner than what he originally would have if Jeff Wilson was still out there taking some snaps away.
Yeah, that's huge. It'll help, get him right into that spot right away. not be the third guy. He can potentially be the second guy, and then maybe squeak his way in earlier than expected, like he said. Other than that, I'm going to go to Jalen Reagor. Has been taking reps, and the team has announced that he will be playing in the slot and the outside this season. This kind of impacts the potential of Devontae Smith being more of a slot guy, smaller, faster guy. If Reagor has time there and sees more time there, maybe Devontae Smith is just used as the outside distraction. And Jalen Reagor could have a bounce back year, but that's something we'll have to keep watching in camp, preseason, reevaluate, because that is another young team. That's a young wide receiver there, young wide receiver Devontae Smith, and of course a young quarterback leading them in Jalen Hurts. So it's gonna be interesting to see on how that all unfolds.
Yeah, they obviously traded up and in the first round to grab him. If he is a distraction role, what a complete waste of a pick.
Yeah.
So I just think that in the slot, you're going to be peppered. Excuse me, peppered with targets, especially from a guy like Jalen Hurts, who's not the most efficient passer. So being relegated to that outside role specifically just might hurt his ceiling a little bit.
Yeah. All right, take the last one.
And last is the Saquon news. Now, Mike, I don't know if you've been following. Obviously, I've been following pretty heavily. It came out that he's not going to be participating until like the end of the summer, pretty much. They're going to take it real easy on him, and it may even trickle into the regular season to where the first couple of weeks that he might not even get he might be getting say 60% of the work, not the 80 to 100% of the work that we're accustomed to seeing. And that's because when he hurt his knee, it was obviously not just his ACL, but it was his meniscus and MCL in that same knee. Yep. And he's obviously a part of the future for the Giants. We just picked up his 5th-year option, so they're being smart as far as a franchise point of view, but for fantasy, it kind of sucks. Hurts my my take of him being the number 1 running back this year.
Yeah, realistically, he is your franchise guy right now, sort of like McCaffrey is for the Panthers. They shut him down last year. They're going to do the same with Barkley. He 2nd overall, 3rd overall pick, right? When that draft. So he's their guy. They need him to be healthy or that's a bust, and they don't want that to ever happen. And I also want to go back real quick. I know we completely forgot, about the Jeff Wilson and 49ers news. Wayne Gallman's there. Keep an eye on Wayne Gallman. That was a good sign for them. This could be a potential spot where Trey Sermon and Wayne Gallman could do a 1-2 punch behind Mostert. Just keep an eye on that too. I want to throw that out there. I know we forgot about Wayne Gallman.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, I think we can go to that's all we have for the news today. We can go to our next segment, which is something new we're going to start doing just because we're going to get closer to the draft season, and people are going to want to know our intake on what ADP, or also known as average draft position, that other experts have ranked and what we think. So the segment is, as typical, a lot of other people do it. It's called Buy or Sell. Ooh, Michael Thomas is not supposed to be up there. I apologize for Michael Thomas being up there. That's actually supposed to be our guy we're going to talk about here. Let me get him up here. It's Josh Jacobs, and that's the guy we're going to want to see. We're going to talk about Josh Jacobs. He is currently ranked, at the experts say, 21st running back. That is a low-end RB2, and I believe he is projected to be, I will get the exact number, the 40th pick in the draft PPR format. Now, Ryan, do you buy that he'll do better than the 21st running back, or you sell he'll do worse than the 21st running back?
I'm going to get right to the point here. I'm buying that he's going to be better than it. 21st is obviously a really low bar for a guy who's been, putting up RB1 numbers his whole career. And, to begin this whole, obviously the offseason, we take a little break. So when I started really getting back into it and I was seeing the whole Jacob situation, obviously Drake goes there, I was super off of him until I actually started thinking, wait a minute. He's never been on the field on third downs. That's been his biggest gripe amongst fantasy managers is, he's not on the field for third downs, and he's a good pass catcher, so why not? So with a guy like Kenny Drake coming in, he's going to be in that same, Devontae Booker role, and Josh Jacobs is still going to be the early down guy and the goal line guy. So I don't think he'll ever have that ceiling to be the number 1 running back, but I think he can easily finish, amongst the top 12 to 15-ish range, and it's not going to be too hard for him.
Yeah, I came in thinking about this, and I talked to you before that we started recording. I was selling, but I'm more on the line where I think it's a good spot for him. So I'm going to still go with the sell. But to contradict and play devil's advocate against myself, he's finished last year the 8th PPR running back at the end of the season. And the year before that, his rookie year in 2019, he finished as 21st. So that's where they have him here. Both years, he had over 240 carries. Both years, he was over 1,000 rushing yards. And last year, we just saw an increase in his touchdowns. We saw yards per carry go down from 4.8 to 3.9. And we saw his targets go up by a little bit. He did increase targets from his rookie year to his second year, but that's as expected, especially with that team losing some pass catching options. But they did bring in Kenyon Drake, who was supposed to be working at wide receiver. So I think that's going to take away his pass catching numbers, and he'll go back towards his rookie numbers, which was 27 targets and 20 catches his rookie year. I still think he'll be good enough to get your 245 carries, 250 carries for maybe 1,000 yards. But I think, 19, 20, 21 range is good for him. So I'm going to stay with the sell here. I think that's it. I'm not going to say anything further. I think I'm selling.
I respect your point of view.
Okay. I apologize for Michael Thomas being there. That's a want. I don't know what he was doing there. He snuck his way in. I don't know how that happened. But with that, we're going to go to Memorial Mock Week. We're going to get back into that. And Memorial Mock Week, as you guys know, is something we're doing all week. We're going to do standard, which we did. We started with a dynasty one last Saturday or last week, and then we did on Monday. We did a standard 12-man. Today we're going to do a PPR 12-man, and we'll get you another one on Saturday episode where we'll bring Saturday episode where we will bring in a special guest from our home league to draft a 10-man PPR league, which will be a lot of fun.
And if you're watching this and you are not the guest, don't get your feelings hurt because we plan on having you guys all on.
Facts. So, with that, let me see if I can get this to show up, and we will get ready to roll here.
Smoke break.
So no, I can't get this. Oh, I know why.
Bro, I cannot wait for our draft. You don't understand.
The draft is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited.
These mocks are just scratching that itch just barely. All right, let's do it.
I got it on the board here. We're going to go, as always, we're going to be both set in the first and second spot. As you guys know, if you've watched the other episodes, did not mean to darken or lighten that. And I'm going to random the draft order. Again, it's 12-man PPR, and we're going to randomize the order. I got third. Ryan's got 10th. Fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we're gonna let the computers go. I'm gonna start the draft here, guys.
You got it in PPR, correct?
Double check. We got it. 12-man PPR, and we're gonna go to roster settings. We have our 6 bench spots and our 9 players, defense and kicker, for the purposes of just keeping it normal. Here we go. Godspeed, man.
Let's do it.
Begin draft. Dalvin Cook at 1, McCaffrey at 2. That's different. I actually saw something the other day that people were saying that's a potential. It was actually today I saw on Twitter, someone said, who's your number 1 pick if you were in a PPR league? Is it Dalvin Cook, or which one of these running backs? Dalvin Cook, McCaffrey, and you have like other people. And I was going to comment, if you don't take McCaffrey, you shouldn't be playing fantasy, just because he's a do-it-all running back, and it's crazy. Nobody who goes 1,000 yards receiving, 1,000 yards rushing shouldn't go first, but that's regardless. So at 3 here, I think I'm still going to take my guy. I don't think whoever the quarterback is for the New Orleans Saints, I think he's still going to be involved, and that's Alvin Kamara. I stayed all the way back from our first ever episode. It could be Forrest Gump. He'll still get the ball. So I'm going to take Alvin Kamara. Saquon Barkley goes 4. Devontae Adams at 5. Derrick Henry 6. Tyreek Hill 7. Nick Chubb at 8. Aaron Jones at 9. Wow, you got yourself a steal here, buddy.
I indeed do have a steal, and that's obviously Ezekiel Elliott. I'm just going to snag him and get that workhorse in my lineup.
Yes, sir. That is an absolute steal at Zeke. Jonathan Taylor's 11. DeAndre Hopkins 12. Joe Mixon 13. Second round first pick. DK Metcalf next.
My opinion here, I think I have another steal. He's being looked at as, back of the first type of guy, and he fell to me here in the second round, and it's Austin Eckler. Obviously, PPR plays a huge role in this. He'll fall a little bit more in standard leagues, but Eckler's going to catch a lot of passes. I'm taking him here.
That is a huge steal, especially someone like me. I'm high on Eckler this year, and I think the perfect spot for our home league. I have the 7th pick. I don't think, is really touchable. I think I can, we'll see where that goes, though, depending on his health and how the season prevails to that draft. That's a good pick. After that was Travis Kelce, A.J. Brown, Stephon Diggs, our first quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, second round, 7th pick. Then Cam Akers, DeAndre Swift, and it brings me to my spot. Man, I can go with a really good guy in Calvin Ridley here at wide receiver, but I think I'm going to lock in because there's wide receivers going to be deep this year, and I think I'm still going to trust the running backs. And I really like this guy. As noted, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm biased because I'm a Raven fan, but that's going to be the narrative that I am biased, and it's J.K. Dobbins. I'm expecting a huge season out of him. After J.K. Dobbins was Miles Sanders to Calvin Ridley, Travis Etienne, Najee Harris. I was looking for Najee Harris here too, but we'll leave it at that. I won't take him. I have another guy who I'm high on this year, another second-year running back, just like Dobbins. I think Dobbins was better than him in college, but this guy's got an improved O-line. That's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I like the Chiefs and what they did this offseason, so I'm going to lock up 3 running backs nice and early. George Kittle after me, Terry McLaurin, Robert Woods, Darren Waller, Jamar Chase, Michael Thomas. Jamar Chase before Michael Thomas. What is going on?
This is actually nuts. This dynasty, bro?
What is going on? We are in a... I'm double checking, man, but we are in a... Let me pause this because I'm getting kind of nervous. It's Snake PPR, 12 teams. This is crazy.
All right.
Zoom in.
Wow. So, wow, this is actually pretty tough because Justin Jefferson's here, Julio Jones is here. Those two are in a tier, I feel like, of their own, obviously pending whatever happens with Julio. The running backs, Jacobs is still here. I know we just talked about him. This would be a good spot. I feel like that's good value for him. Antonio Gibson is still here. Wow, why is Leonard Fournette here? What is happening?
I don't know. He's really high. They have him at 33rd on here. Sleeper, man. I like Sleeper. I like Sleeper for mock purposes, but like, man.
Yeah, I don't know. But, man, this is real tough. I'm going to go Antonio Gibson. I'm going to get 3 running backs locked in.
That's a great pick.
Antonio
Gibson was the other option I was going to choose instead of Clyde. I don't know, I had a feeling if Clyde was there, we probably would have been interchangeable. Mm-hmm. After Antonio Gibson was Josh Jacobs, Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans, Justin Jefferson.
Okay, so...
Team 12's team could be nice if they didn't take Leonard Fournette. If that was like Chris Carson or somebody right there for them, because that's who I'm seeing.
It's actually stupid that he went there. Okay. Wow, this is tough because I need receivers. My running backs are set, but there are still good running backs available. Well, one really, in Chris Carson. There's also Julio still there. Oh man.
Yo, I gotta see ADP. Sleeper must have updated their ADP or something because even if you go to the tight ends right now, Kyle Pitts is over T.J. Hockenson and Mark Andrews.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's really going on here, but I'm not gonna. Kyle Pitts is above Julio, Keenan Allen, all of them.
What?
He's ranked 31st. Yeah, if you go to flex, he's above all those guys.
Oh my god! I guess they're buying into the. I know Julio's been dropping because I don't know the whole trade rumors and everything. I know he's been dropping, but damn.
Still. All right. Yeah. So Sleeper, if you guys can't see right now, I'm gonna take a receiver here. It has Julio number 1, Keenan Allen, Allen Robinson, Chris Godwin, Amari Cooper, Adam Thielen, Kenny Galladay. I am going to take a guy that I am fairly high on to get the job done as my wide receiver 1, and it's Amari Cooper. I'm pretty high on him this year.
That's a great pick, and so am I. I mean, I don't think you could have. Okay, I was gonna save my breath to get the guy I want here because I think he's just as good as an option. And I'm just gonna say it's Keenan Allen. Before I lock in that pick, I want to explain. I think Keenan Allen and Amari Cooper are both guys who are they're ones for their team. Potentially Keenan Allen could add someone like Julio Jones to that team, but he'll still be the one. He's a great slot player for Justin Herbert, and Justin Herbert knows to go to his best wide receiver. And I think that's even if they bring in Julio, but who knows? Maybe I still think Keenan Allen will have a great season, but Amari Cooper played well last year without Dak after the week 5, and Amari Cooper can come back, and I think that's a great pick. Obviously after that was Julio, then Russell Wilson, Allen Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Chris Carson, David Montgomery, which, like I said, I'm going to take Keenan Allen, who I think is in the same kind of category as Amari Cooper, that low-end wide receiver 1 potential, high upside games for sure.
Definitely.
Chris Godwin after me, after Keenan Allen, then Lamar Jackson, to James Robinson, and Kyler Murray. And now my team with 3 running backs, Kamara, Dobbins, Clyde, to Keenan Allen. I really have another running back here I would like if I can get 4, but then I don't pick a while for a wide receiver, and I see some of these guys, and I don't know if the value's there for me. I really. For the sake of the mock, do I do a tight end? I don't think so. I think, for the purposes, I'm just going to trust a guy who. I'm just going to go wide receiver here. I'm going to go with a guy who's usually been a red zone target his whole career, especially the last few games. I know Justin Jefferson has emerged. If you don't know by now, I'm talking about Adam Thielen. I think Adam Thielen in my team here could be a second wide receiver for me and be a guy I can plug in and just bank on a touchdown a week, if not 6 catches, 50 yards, give me 11 points in a PPR format, be my wide receiver 2, and let my running backs carry me.
Good pick.
After Adam Thielen was Kenny Galladay, DJ Moore, Cooper Kupp, Kenyon Drake, Kareem Hunt, and Josh Allen.
I'm back and I'm happy because the guy who I was looking at is still available.
Tell me, I think I know who you're going with. Is it the Boomer Bus guy?
It is, but I'm gonna pass.
Okay, he's gonna be there your next pick around anyway.
And I'm gonna bank on a nice Baltimore Ravens rebound year, and I'm gonna lock in my tight end, Mark Andrews.
Nice. That was the tight end I was thinking about taking. Oh, Tyler Lockett does go.
Oh, and there goes Lockett. I was banking on Lockett following me. I should have taken Andrews on the wraparound.
Juju Smith-Schuster, Tyler Lockett, Dak Prescott, Melvin Gordon. Yeah, I thought maybe if you would have took Lockett, Andrews would have went, but I thought you were safe to take Andrews, and then maybe a tight end would have went, and then a QB, maybe a running back or 2, but nope, of course not. It's Lockett.
All right, I'm going back to my roots here. He's an OG giant. It's Odell Beckham. Let him be my 2.
OBJ, then Raheem Mostert, Myles Gaskin, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Smith, Brandon Ayuk, Trevor Lawrence. Holy cow. I think every team's got like a quarterback right now. Oh, I got to lower this down for you all so you can see. Boop, 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 boop. We'll go right there. All right. And I'm going to take another wide receiver here. We'll go with 3 running backs at 3 wide receivers. And I think at this point, I think it's a no-brainer. This is a second-year wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys and CeeDee Lamb. And I think behind Amari Cooper, I think that team's defense is bad enough where Dak's going to have to throw the ball a lot. And there's enough, yards to go around and touchdowns for everyone to get. So I think CeeDee Lamb's going to have a great year this year as well. CeeDee Lamb, DJ Chark, Ronald Jones, Deontay Johnson, Jalen Waddle, and I'm back up. I'm just gonna go to the tight end here. I thought he would have went soon, but he didn't, and it's the only passing catching option for the Lions, and that's TJ Hawkinson. I think last year's in our main league, I took at the 7th round. I took Darren Waller. He was like one of the only pass catching options for the Raiders in the 7th round. I saw the opportunity that I couldn't pass on. I think that's the same thing here in this mock. I feel like TJ Hawkinson, you can't really go wrong here with that pick. So I'll lock that in.
Good pick.
Cortland Sutton goes after me. Justin Herbert, Javonte Williams, James Conner, Noah Fant, Jarvis Landry, and now you, sir.
I'm back on the clock. Well, it got thin real fast.
It did. It sure did.
I think I'm going to attack receiver, though, and there's still a guy here I think is a pretty good value. And he goes by the name of... Oh, I can't do it.
I think I know who it is.
There's 2 of them.
Is it JJ or is it TH?
It's TH and it's TB, and I don't know which one's going to be safe.
Oh, let's give you one of them. Okay.
If you don't know, it's the 2 Bengals receivers, Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins.
Higgins.
I feel like Higgins has the higher upside, but Boyd's more of a safety blanket over the middle to be that safe kind of guy. I'm going to chase the upside here, and I'm going to go T. Higgins. That's
good. I like that opportunity to chase the upside just because I feel like your team is already set, and you could definitely have a guy. If you get a guy on your bench who starts heating up, perfect. At T. Higgins was Chase Edmonds, David Johnson, Marquise Brown, and Chase Claypool. I mean, you can go Tyler Boyd here too. Stack on both.
I could do that.
Or
I feel as though that would be pretty silly on my end. Now, there's a guy I'm eyeing. He's a receiver. He goes by the name Deebo Samuel. He's a guy I really would like to grab here. It's a good pick. However, there's another guy who I feel like is too valuable to pass here in the 7th round. What is this? Is this the 7th or the 8th?
You're
8th round. And it's Mike Davis.
No.
If I can get a nice backup running back this late, have on my bench, see what happens there, I'm doing it.
Damn, I really wanted him to fall to me. You know, he's going to be a guy in the draft who's going to fall late only because people are not going to, like, you know, he didn't do really well the second half McCaffrey missed. You know, McCaffrey went down week 3. Mike Davis played phenomenal for like 4 or 5 weeks. Christian McCaffrey came back for a game, then got hurt, and then Mike Davis was absolutely trash. Mike Davis is the only running back in the Atlanta locker room pretty much. He should win that job no problem. They're going to be bad. They're going to throw the ball. He's going to get passing work. He should at least be a running back 2 for fantasy. And he's a guy that's going to get slept on in the draft. He's going to fall these late rounds. I know me and Ryan are going to be battling for him at the draft. Come our legit draft, we're going to be looking at each other in like round 7, round 8. We're going to be like, hey, we know what we're thinking. It's just who pulls the trigger first. But you did.
It's going to be a mind game. You're gonna reach so he doesn't fall to me. I know it.
It's definitely gonna be something's gonna happen. Maybe one of the kids in our league reach even before us. So make the mistake. I dare you, fellow league mates. Mike Davis anyway in the 8th round, 3rd pick. Then we go with Todd Gurley, Will Fuller, Brandon Cooks, Laviska Shenault, Jerry Jeudy, Tyler Boyd. Damn, 2 wide receivers I was looking to get here. So I'm just gonna go to the running back. I already have 3 on my team. I'm going to go to 4th guy. He's a rookie. And, again, I've been high on him all year. He's a run left kind of guy, so I've been saying that's his nickname for me, run left. And that's Michael Carter behind that huge left front on the Jets. Yeah, I'm hoping, I could take him here. He could sit on my bench for a few weeks and then become something and then run with it. After that was Rob Gronkowski, Zach Ertz, Rashard Bateman, Corey Davis. Damn, I can't get Bateman. I can't have Batman and Robin or Dobbin. Bateman and Dobbin. Damn. Michael Carter here. After Michael Carter, who do I want to go? Got 4 running backs and 3 wide receivers, so I'm really going to look at another wide receiver here. You talked about Deebo Samuel. I mean, that's a good option for me right here, but I'm actually going to steer away, and I'm going to go a different option just because I like the chemistry he's built with his quarterback at a different location a few years ago. And he had a great year last year, being the first year on a new team. I'm going to take Robbie Anderson here. He could just play on my bench until he starts heating up, and if he does better, then Thielen, who knows? But, yeah, Robbie Anderson's my pick. And Joey B, Evan Ingram, Deshaun Watson, Mike Gesicki, Randall Moore, Tom Brady, and you are up. That's 2
I'm up, and my guy is still here, my friend.
Deebo.
And I'm locking in Deebo Samuel.
Matthew Stafford, Justin Fields, Zach Moss, Irv Smith. Europe.
Yeah, this guy, his ADP has been creeping up. I'm not sure why he's still here. And I'm going to take him, and I'm going to get my quarterback going, and it's Jalen Hurts. Obviously high rushing upside, and a lot of big things are expected out of him this year. I'm surprised he's fallen to the 10th round. Usually you see him go a little earlier than this, above these other guys who went.
Yeah,
so I'm going to take Jalen Hurts.
There's a lot of quarterbacks flying off the board, and I'm kind of nervous because I see 3 guys who I really wanted this year, and they're all gone. So I might just be riding the storm and let it go. After Jalen Hurts was T.Y. Hilton, Devin Singletary, Mecole Hardman, Austin Hooper, Kirk Cousins, Logan Thomas, and now myself. Got 4 running backs, 4 wide receivers, and a tight end on the board. What to do, people, what to do. You're in this position. You don't really know what to do. I think if you're kind of lost on who you want to pick from, you got to go with a guy. You got to go with someone who's, I think, the best overall pick outside, quarterback position. And I think my guy, the best overall pick right here for me and my team is going to be locking up another running back. Who knows? Maybe he'll run away with the job too. And I'm just going to take it. It's Damian Harris.
Thank God. It took you 10 years to say the damn name.
All right. Well, I
knew where you were going with that
built the anticipation. There's no real other running backs there. We got like A.J. Dillon.
That's a really good pick in the 10th round.
So I'll definitely take Damian Harris. Hopefully he'll, beat Sony Michel out early, and then whoever else is there. James White's a pass catcher. And then Cam Newton runs. But once Mac Jones takes over, maybe that won't happen. Dallas Goedert, Hunter Henry, Devontae Parker, Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel's another guy I was thinking about taking. But, okay, here we are at the 11th pick. I still need a quarterback. I still need a kicker. I still need a defense. I have 2 bench spots, but we're going to wait for kicker and defense at the last 2 picks, so we know that.
A lot of good options here at quarterback.
There is, and I don't know if I want to take one now. If I pull the trigger on this, there's 2 guys I'm looking at. I'm scared they won't be back to me. I'm going to roll the dice, everybody. I'm going to wait for these 2 guys to come back to me. Ryan should not take either one, so I'm just going to say I'm going to hope the comeback around pick will be Ryan Tannehill or Matt Ryan. I hope one of them come back to me, and if they don't come back to me, we'll roll the dice with somebody random, and we'll get to that point. But for now, we're going to go with another wide receiver. It's a guy I'm going to kind of take here. I've been picking him in a lot of mock drafts. It's kind of set in stone. I think it's Antonio Brown. He's set, he started gelling well with Brady. I know he's got allegations coming up against him again, but if he finds a way to find the season, if Godwin gets hurt, anything happens, him and Brady have like this matchup, this repertoire together. So I don't know. I kind of like AB this year too. And it's my 5th wide receiver, so he can just sit on my bench for a while. Robert Tonyan, Naheem Hines, Kenneth Gainwell, and there goes Ryan Tannehill and Matt Ryan back to back. Fuck me, right? Jalen Rager, no, you are up. My man's got Aaron Rodgers.
I got a lot of good options here at receiver. I'm going to take a guy who I kind of like this year as a little late round kind of guy. I'm going to take a receiver. His name's Michael Pittman. Snag him, add him to the team, and hope that Wentz can elevate that passing game a little bit and Pittman takes over.
Ooh, Michael Pittman, Michael Gallup, A.J. Dillon, Trey Sermon, and then Justin Tucker, my boy, his gone.
Wow, I am really upset because I wanted Trey Sermon on this wraparound. That's unfortunate.
That was a nice pick.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the receiver room then. Let me check on these running backs first. So for everyone watching, I just want to let you know my team is Austin Eckler, Antonio Gibson, Amari Cooper, Mark Andrews, Odell Beckham, T. Higgins, Mike Davis, Deebo Samuel, Jalen Hurts, and Michael Pittman. Now I'm up here before I have to have a long wait. And the running backs are not looking too hot here. Tony Pollard, Lev Bell, Mark Ingram, Madison, Shoney Michel, Chuba Hubbard.
It's pretty much
Darrell Henderson.
handcuffed, guys.
I believe I could go 2 options. I could take another bench running back, or I can take the best quarterback available and really screw you over.
You could, or you can go into the wide receiver. You keep stacking. There's a young guy on there I see. Mm-hmm. That's Amon Ross.
There's a guy who I'm really high on, and that's why I have to take him here because he won't make it back to me, and I don't need a quarterback. And it's Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore.
I take him in every draft, bro.
Yeah, I know. He's going to be another guy we're going to be fighting for. Tyler Higbee, Jonnu Smith, Amon Ross, St. Brown, Tony Pollard. Oh, my God. How do you say? Freiermuth?
Yep.
Christian Kirk. Damn, dude. There's tight ends dropping like flies in these last few years, and quarterbacks. Well, I'm going to wait to the 13th pick to take a quarterback. I don't think any other quarterback should be going here on out, so I'm just going to take the highest value I got here in wide receiver, and I'm going to take a guy who I think can, I'm going to say it's going to be random. It's not going to be Kadarius Toney. Yeah, you can have him this time. I'm going to take Henry Ruggs, and I think Henry Ruggs is the only other pass-catching option on the Raiders besides John Brown and Darren Waller, but John Brown might be a distraction. I like the second-year wide receiver in Henry Ruggs. Zach Wilson, Jamison Crowder, Terrence Marshall, Robbie Gould. Ooh, okay, quarterback. Now we finally got to lock one in. Who am I going to take is everybody's question. Oof. There's guys I can start throwing out names. They got Cam, yuck. Baker, meh. Trey Lance, probably not the starter. Carson Wentz, what I want, 20 turnovers a game. Daniel Jones, Tua, okay, that's probably the same category as Daniel Jones right there. Ben Roethlisberger, I mean, maybe. Jameis Winston, Derek Carr, come on. That's really about it. Everybody else is kind of, Why is P. Rivers still on here? Phillip Rivers is still available. Oh, my God. Get him out of here, sleeper. What are you doing? He retired like 5 months ago. All right, regardless, I think I'm going to lock in the wild card.
Pull the trigger.
Wild card. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Wow.
That's a
how anticlimactic, folks. This is just terrible.
Ryan Fitzpatrick to be my quarterback, and I'm going to rock with him week 1, and we're going to see where it goes. Fitzmagic, maybe he gets me 20 points that week. If not, we're going to try again a guy like Tua or Daniel Jones who will still be available. Cam Newton, rushing upside in weeks where he can run against weaker defenses. That's what I'm looking at. But I really got screwed by all these quarterbacks going. It's like 20 quarterbacks off the board in a 12-man league, and everybody's got 2, and I got 1. Bad one. All right, Bell, the Harrison Butker, Alexander Madison, Blankenship, Ricardo Blankenship. Rodrigo, sorry, I thought it was Ricardo. Rodrigo Blankenship, Mark Ingram,
Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard.
Come on, bro, get your shit up.
Oh
man.
my
we
God,
do this for a living.
I forgot their last 2 names, man. Forgive me. Go ahead, make your embarrassing pick. Embarrass yourself in front of these people some more.
I know you're lashing out because of your awful draft, but
Here comes
on me.
Kadarius Toney.
Why would I do that? That's a fool's move. Here, I'm gonna take safety and a guy who I really like. Safety is his middle name. Cole Beasley.
Cole Beasley. Cam Newton, Greg Zuerlein, Cole Kmet, Sony Michel, and you were up. For the sake of the mock, we were doing kickers and defenses, but
I am up. Young Wei Koo, come home, daddy. Come back to where you belong. Okay, so after Koo went Will Lutz, Matt Prater, Darrell Henderson, Mason Crosby, Sterling Shepard, and Jason Sanders. Now, Mike, you're up again.
Sorry, I had to edit to show the 15th pick. It always cuts off for some reason on this. All right, I'm up. Man, Young Ho Koo, man. You like my man. Sheesh.
I love him.
All right. We're going to just take a kicker. And we're going to call it a day. We're just going to, it's not Tyler Bass.
Bro.
All right, bro. Fine. Ryan Suckup. That's who it is. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's awful.
Oh, my God, man. It's Tampa. Oh, New England Patriots and Las Vegas Raiders defense off the board. Damn, 2 really stud defenses this year. I mean, the Raiders defense might be locked and loaded, but I'm just going to...
What is happening? Sleeper, come on.
We're going to lock in the San Francisco 49ers. Psych. We're going to go... Yeah, we are. San Francisco 49ers defense, New Orleans Saints next, Seattle Seahawks, New York Giants, Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles, Miami Dolphins. Oh, and you got some good defenses to choose from.
The Raiders should never be taken here. The Seahawks should never, ever, ever, ever be drafted. Giants are okay. Their defense is actually good. The Chiefs defense, I can get behind it. Eagles, absolutely not. And the Dolphins is like, why?
Well, back up. Dolphins have been improving their defense. They have a defensive amount of quarterback.
But is it a good fantasy defense like these other teams? Like the Patriots you can get away with because they produce. Niners get sacks. Seahawks don't do anything. Giants are decent. Chiefs get sacks.
No, you say that. There's definitely other options like football teams.
The football teams here. The Buccaneers. I'm taking the Buccaneers, and I can't even believe they're still here.
The Steelers are there. The Rams were there. The Ravens were there.
That's just so stupid. But.
All right. Well, Sleeper, you were kind of weird in this PPR mock draft, but we'll live with it. Ryan, read your team down for the people one time.
You got it. So Zeke fell to me at the 110. Then I followed it up with Austin Eckler, Antonio Gibson, Amari Cooper, Mark Andrews, Odell Beckham Jr., T. Higgins, Mike Davis, Deebo Samuel, Jalen Hurts, Michael Pittman, Elijah Moore, Cole Beasley, Younghoe Koo, and the Tampa Bay Bucks defense.
Solid draft, man. I think that 10th pick will never happen and should not happen, but that first round, Ezekiel Elliott.
I'll take it.
Well, that is a nice draft, man. Nice draft.
Thanks.
Followed up. My draft, a little bit worse, in my opinion, a little bit worse, but at the end of the day, I always finish on top.
I was just busting your balls. Your team's actually pretty good.
All right, we got Alvin Kamara to J.K. Dobbins. In the 3rd round, we took Clyde Edwards. 4th round, we took Keenan Allen to Adam Thielen, CeeDee Lamb, T.J. Hockenson, Michael Carter, Robbie Anderson, Damian Harris, Antonio Brown, Henry Ruggs, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Ryan Suckup, and the San Francisco 49ers defense. Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick's probably my weakest link, but I did not anticipate teams to stack 2 to 3 QBs. But hey, man, if that happens in your draft, make the adjustment. I should have took Ryan Tannehill and Matt Ryan when I took Antonio Brown like I should have. I should have just took him. I gambled. It didn't pay off. You heard me. I said I was going to roll the dice. And I even said I hope they get back to me. They didn't. That's where your league mates can screw you, and you have to play the waiver wire week to week and bank on maybe somebody dropping something, or you have to make a trade. It's just that simple. All right, guys. Memorial Mock Week is halfway done. More than halfway done now. It's been exciting. It's been fun. Definitely, I'm excited for next episode. I keep saying next week, man.
Saturday, boys.
Saturday. I'm excited to bring on our guest league mate. Do another one. It's just gonna be fun to have another voice in here, another person drafting with us, and hearing their thoughts, their opinions. Yeah. Anything you gotta say to the people? You're pumped. I'm pumped.
Yeah, I gotta say a few things to the people, actually, if I may. Like, subscribe, hit us up on our socials, ask us questions, whatever you got. You see someone pass on someone that you would have taken, or someone didn't go drafted, let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Continue to show us love and support. We really appreciate it. And that's all I got, Mike.
Yeah, me too, man. And as always, peace and love from me. Catch you guys in the next video, next episode. Like, subscribe, follow the socials.
And God bless.
Peace and love, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Two Dudes, One Ball Fantasy Football Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and comment below.